In the history of this country, we have not seen it this bad, where one man want to control everything. The judiciary in his pocket, the legislature in his pocket, the executive already is sitting there. Now the custom over to him, the NNPC over to him. Is that the so-called master strategy?
That Atiku is now living up to it. Even the TP, where you call it Tinubu, I didn't even know until I started hearing TP and TP.
Make I give another one go Atiku talk. The last line for the statement Atiku released, it talks say Atiku say Tinubu policy na clearly T policy. Say and a T policy, like policy where you just talk about where you don't think and well do. Say na T policy will go only lead to T pain. Nigerians don't laugh there. But Darlington, yes. I can leave you. Okay. Your friend, President Tinubu, and your former friend, Atiku Abubakar.
Okay, yeah, they are not my friends.
Leave your friends before.
Okay, don't worry.
Your special candidate.
Okay, now, Precious.
Sir?
What is going on here? It may look like a joke, but it's a serious matter. A very serious. It shows that this president does not have a clue as to what he's doing. I am telling you, by the time he leaves office, our debt may be over 200 trillion. I'm telling you.
God forbid.
From what I'm seeing now and from what is going on, this thing may be over 200 trillion naira. I don't know how we get out of that. So
because if we have already done 134 trillion in one year.
In 1 year.
And there's still some money coming from World Bank,
exactly,
different places.
That we have not collected yet.
Absolutely.
So you saw this thing at 77 trillion, and now you have made it up to 134 trillion. So what debt to GDP ratio are you talking about? People have forgotten that we are just dashing these people more. We are just servicing. We are just paying maybe the interest on the loan, not the money. So how can that help your economy? It will get to a point nobody want to borrow you money, Precious. Are you not thinking along that line?
Yeah, but you know, say they not talk and say when they look at our debt threshold, say we still get enough space to accommodate money.
Are you serious? And you listen to such talk, Abi?
Okay,
yes, now. Yes. So tell me, how can you carry out any meaningful projects when your economy is not buoyant? Tell me, have you seen what things are not working? I thank God that Atiku is now talking. You know, before now he had been a bit docile and quiet and all that. But with what he's saying, I think Tinubu should be ashamed of what he's doing in office. Because everything he told us about him has come to nothing. So all the so-called strategy and all that is all about taxing the people, taxing the life out of them.
So, but you know, say a lot of people talk, say, well, one of the reasons or one of the campaigning strengths for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say, na him build Lagos, and say Lagos now like the standard, you know, because if you look at all the states where inside Nigeria, now be the #1 state, and now he set the blueprint to make Lagos the function like this now.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Lagos was the former federal capital of Nigeria.
Calabar was a former federal capital.
No, that one, nothing was done there. That one did not even last a day.
How many years was Calabar federal capital territory?
It was not even up to a year. Before they transfer, nothing was done there. Nothing was done. It was just on something they want to start on paper. Before Awolowo convinced our Azikiwe to bring it to Lagos, that Lagos is a no man's land. That was where this no man's land started. That was where.
So now Awolowo not even call a no man's land.
Yes, he said Lagos is a no man's land.
So now Yoruba man call Lagos a no man's land. When outside that they talk, they call the reason they tell them.
I said that why they are forgetting history. They are forgetting history, Precious. All the people that are making this noise, they are not even from Lagos. They are not.
I never see any real negotiation like an Awuri person.
Can you imagine? All of them are not negotiating. I've been waiting for someone to debate this with me. Let us know where you came from. People that came from surrounding states are not claiming that Lagos is their own. I want to convince Azikiwe that let them bring a capital to Lagos, that Lagos is a no man's land, so it's a neutral ground. But because these people have flooded into Lagos now, and the federal capital has been there for a long time, with all their amenities, with all the infrastructure, they are not claiming it's their own. Let any of them, if someone is not a Lagosian or is not from Lagos, the deputy is not from Lagos, Tinubu is not from Lagos, even a former attorney general Osibajo is not from Lagos, then who is that person that will come and be claiming that Lagos is their own? They need Lagosians like Rose Vival, who wanted to contest the election. Didn't you say how they rubbish that young man's name? Calling him
Funsho Williams.
Funsho Williams. The real negotiation, look at how they are making them irrelevant. Up to today, nobody has found out who killed Funsho Williams. The real Omoluabi, the real negotiation. Who killed him? What was the reason for killing him? These are people who wanted to work for Lagos, but they killed him. They murdered him. And these people could not find out who killed Funsho Williams. Apparently, it is these people who are claiming to own Lagos. Apparently, it must be them, because if the real son of the soil has been killed, then who is that person now that took over from me? Who is that person that claimed to be the real Lagosian? So these are the things that people look. Whenever I hear this argument, it irritates me. How people want to twist history, twist it upside down. When Revival came out, you saw what they were calling him. Not because the mother is from Imo State, though. He's not Omani. Who was making all this noise? Non-Lagosians. Non-Lagosians are the ones playing this story. One man came to yesterday's show with one of the presenters. I was claiming that some people claim that Lagos is a normal. I was so angry, very, very angry. The way they parade this in, when you claim that you are the son of the soil, that this, you will not trace your history to any other state or any outside that environment. Nadia, you must tell us your great grandfather.
Because I don't get people way around me, way be Egun, way from Badagry, way be Awuri, from Lagos Island and all that.
Yes.
I never see such discrimination
at all.
Oh, do this. In fact, they're very warm and welcoming, very, very welcoming people.
They are the real Lagosian. They don't talk. They don't make noise. It is these Buccaneers who flooded Lagos to claim that it's their own. They are the one making this noise. None of them is from Lagos. I challenge any of them. Rather, when you challenge them, they start telling you, it's a part of Yoruba state, this and that. And I have talked about this history severally on your show. I have done it severally. Yeah, they keep parading this nonsense. So what I'm saying in essence is that anybody who will come with that story again should, in fact, I should not meet that person, because if I meet that person, it will not be well with all of us. They'll come and tell me Tinubu built Lagos. What did you build? You built Lagos, and Lagos is like this. Precious. Apart from these other city centers, maybe Lagos Island, or maybe this Ikoyi, Alaosa. Mention any other place that you can say, yeah, this place is like where human beings are living. Mention. And that's any other place that it was the making of Lagos government under Tinubu.
Okay, so let's go back to the issue where Atiku Abubakar dey attack and president for, especially when we start with this tax issue, whether they make a lot of noise. One of the things that people like about the tax, now the fact say, if you pay more tax as a state, or if you generate more tax as a state, you go earn more. I mean, when make people call it tax, okay, good enough for another state. So if we say they destroy alcoholic content, for instance, or products, for instance, because of say they know they take alcohol, but they benefit from the tax proceeds from those alcoholic content. So by the time this thing now happen, them set to go benefit again. But do you really think that is the right time for this tax to happen? And then again, with all this opposition with the thing they get, especially the Northerners they vex, they never forget say their children they still dey or that people captive for detention. So how you think say this thing will pan out at the end of the day?
It's going to be problem for Tinubu.
How?
Because the Northerners are waiting for him. He will reverse it too. Precious, mark my word, he will reverse this.
But he creates livestock ministry for them to pacify them.
Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? That's the question. He just did that one to say them that he want to do so. It will never work, because the people you are doing it for, they are not interested. The problem has not been solved. That thing he created is on paper. In reality, it can never work, because that is not what they want. They want a situation whereby any place they want, they will take. Any place they enter, it has become their own. That is what is on their mind. If you don't do that, you are wasting your time, because they know that when you do that ministry and whatever, you are going to tax them. They don't want to pay tax to you. Cattle rearers in Nigeria, they don't pay tax. They don't want to be regulated. That's why they're inside the bush. They don't want you to they don't want to come out and do their business, so that you can regulate them, you can locate them in an environment and tax them according to their account.
Okay, so going back to even the vice president of the president, Kashim Shettima, I say vice president of the president because I'm BP. Even him now they against the team. From waiting the year gossips.
No, he was heading the NEC committee now.
Yes.
He was the head of the National Economic Council. So it was on his president that and he supported them. That's why they say 36 state governors and the vice presidents, they are opposed to the Tinubu's tax reform. Is that how they say? So the VP is against it. And there is something they saw. Precious, listen very well, though. All this thing that you are talking about building Lagos. Remember, there was one Alpha Beta that was collecting tax on behalf of Lagos State government. Remember?
Yes.
Under Tinubu, even when he left,
so tomorrow, it be like say they
you see, they were so.
It be like.
And it's not. It's a fact. Up to tomorrow. So please, have you seen the corruption? That greeted that exercise, that Alpha Beta business with Lagos State government, where you will collect tax and you decide what to give your principal, the person that gave you the job.
No, did you notice that was what happened with Alpha Beta?
So what's it make you they talk this one because of the customs thing? Because here's it from next year 2025. So not the customs go to collect rate directly.
Exactly.
Saying another company go to collect, go in charge to collect custom duty and every custom rate. But in reality, custom they make enough money by themselves.
After oil in our custom.
Yeah, so if this thing come out, if the when the new generation come out for customs hand to a third party, how do you think say all these custom officers them and controllers they go use survive?
They are paying them their salary. No more good day for anybody.
Hey, you think they go fit take them like that?
That is left for them to kick against it now or sabotage the port. That's it.
You know, say they don't want equipment to them bring. We supposed check.
Yes.
Scan
under 1 hour.
Yes, scan all
the over 200.
Exactly. That equipment not bad.
They disabled it. So they are going to commit more sabotage, and nobody was held accountable. Nobody. So what Tinubu is trying to do is not right because of look, if you are doing something with sincerity, everybody will embrace it. But what he's trying to propose is the same thing he did in Lagos State, which did not work out. Do you know how much Lagos State lost to Alpha Beta? The managing director had to carry their file and hand over to EFCC and ran away.
Nothing will happen.
And ran away. That file is still there. I don't know whether it was part of the one they went to go and remove.
For Ikoyi office. Okay, so going back to the passports way Atiku give President Tinubu, how do you think say President Tinubu will use that time? So for what do you think say you mean to the image of the country? Say a candidate they accuse the president say I no lose election. Everybody will say na thief you thief and you thief that election.
Exactly. No, it's an embarrassment of the highest order. And this embarrassment is not only within Nigeria, it's outside Nigeria. That's why we are losing out. Pressure, we have lost every international respect. Seriously, no country respects Nigeria again. When the three people left from ECOWAS, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, they said they cannot be under such a man. That was one of the reasons. That such a man cannot lead them. I'm telling you. Now look at what Libya is doing to our people.
Hey, Barrister Dalington. Libya,
forcing our children to pay the fine they pay.
Say they tell them to pay fine, so them every Nigerian working in Libya. So Libyans know the way the Nigeria where they work.
Oh, so
and you know say na way they do artisans work there pass.
So
house girl or house boy.
Imagine that kind of disrespect.
Before who born Libya said to talk?
I said because South Africa have done it and get away with it. What are you going to do? We have lost it. We have lost every international respect that when you hear Nigeria, you bow down. Today, you are left number 1 to number 4. And they are saying that by next year you leave that number 4 to number 5. Egypt will take over. So what other respect do you have? Are you surprised? That is what happens when you have a bad leadership at home. They know what is going on here in Nigeria. They know. Well, the world is a global village. So when all these ministers are saying, do you not demarket your country? Do you not be causing Nigeria? You are talking to yourself. Oh. The world is a global village. If you cough like this, people will hear it in the US. So how do you demarket Nigeria? It's your government. It's Tinubu and his policy. It's Tinubu and the APC and their leadership. They are the one that is destroying Nigeria, no other person. So how can you leave the boot that fatted and you are knocking the head? The poor head will say, what did I do? The matter never end though. It never ends seriously. There is more to what we are just talking about. There is serious issues, underpinning issues. You see, this thing that Tinubu is doing now, whether he's planning for 2027 or not, it will cause problem. Oh. Pressure, go and mark my word. Now the governors are up in arms, including Sanwo-Olu in Lagos. So they didn't say 30 governors. They didn't say 35 governors. They said all the 36 state governors, they are against the tax reform by Tinubu and what he's planning. So whatever he did in Lagos State with Alpha Beta, he can't try it in Abuja. Mark my word, it can't work. It cannot work. Who will be controlling all this central board, whatever he's talking about? That means everything will not be in his pocket. He has collected the legislature in his pocket, the judiciary in his pocket, the executive in his pocket. Now, the custom, NNPC. So what else is left? Please, is it not Tinubu that is controlling all these things? And you think that responsible Nigerians will just be looking at him? At what point did Nigeria become the Nigeria of one man? What kind of power is that? Something must give. Seriously. In the history of this country, we have not seen it this bad. Where one man wants to control everything. The judiciary in his pocket, the legislator in his pocket, the executive already is sitting there. Now the custom over to him, the NNPC over to him. When did this happen? Is that the so-called master strategy? Tell me. Have you ever had when a small company like Owando will swallow NNPC, dictating the price of petroleum in Nigeria? At the end of the day, every 1 naira you add into that is going to somebody's pocket. By the way, did you hear the news today that Owando has grown to 29 trillion naira. Owando has grown. That's when you add the assets, everything, you don't reach 29 trillion naira, and they made a profit of 60 billion. Please, are they the only oil company in Nigeria? Tell me, where did all this money come from? All this thing that you have suffered for over 4 months now because of fuel, is somebody is benefiting from it now? Pressure, somebody is benefiting from. Who is that person? So you think they will come and tell you, yes, I'm the one.
But market does not talk, say to import fuel be cheaper than to buy from them.
Well, go and check what is going on. Hold on. If they say so, pressure, listen very well. This crude oil they are stealing every day. Listen very well, because Nigerians may not understand. This crude oil they are stealing every day, where are they taking it to? Are they drinking it? No. The crude oil is going to a refinery abroad, owned by some Nigerians. So if you have bought something, if you have stolen something, or if you have obtained something freely, you can sell any amount now, because you did not buy it, you are not incurring any debt. When they steal this crude oil to go and refine somewhere and bring it here, will it not be cheaper? Because you did not buy the crude oil. Then other things that come from that crude oil, you are still making use of it over there. You have market for it that people are buying all over the world. Are you not thinking of that line? So if you bring it here cheaper, why would you? Do you think do I look like a fool to you? How can the imported fuel be cheaper than what Dangote is doing?
All right, thank you, Barrister Dalington.
That's what we are saying here now.
Thank you.
So the crude oil, let us know who is stealing it and where it's going to, before we know how cheap the fuel is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So
Imagine say these people who carry ethnicity for head, they say they are not even Lagosians. Imagine they say na they get Lagos, na they build Lagos, na Jagaban build Lagos, na Tinubu build Lagos. They are not even Lagosians. They are say they are just still the same way, living in Lagos the same way others are living in Lagos. Because you speak Yoruba, others do not speak Yoruba. Let me say everybody na this is a stranger for the Lagos. You know, God, I don't know the way these people are just taking this tribalism seriously. Tinubu built Lagos. That was the only thing he used to campaign. All of them. Tinubu used to campaign. Tinubu built Lagos. He's going to repeat the same thing. He's going to do the same thing. Now, somebody who built Lagos successfully now scatter the whole Nigeria. Yeah, pull Nigeria into this problem. Nigeria never suffered like this. The way the citizens of this country never suffered like this. The way people are suffering now. That's not even a problem. If you're living in Nigeria, you are suffering in your country. Fine, you're suffering. Now you leave your country, you live in another country. You are still going through a lot of problems because the problem our leaders caused. Now, if you are in another country, go and see. That's what is even annoying the most. People will say they want to japa, That place you are going to. If the country be like this, they build this country like this, would you have a place where to relocate? How many of those people relocating to Nigeria say they want to relocate? Come and do what? Now, when you travel, when they just see you tell anybody you are from Nigeria, it becomes a problem. That is annoying for you to see. A lot of people are talking down on your country. You can't do nothing. And all the evidence are there. Like what is going on, what is happening. Under our president, three countries left ECOWAS. Say, come and do what we know. It never happened before. It has never. And everything. You want to do all the policies at once. You don't even care about the humanities, about people suffering, about the hardship. That's why you are comparing, saying that there's hardship in the US, in Europe. You don't care. You are doing all the policies at once. It's not working. This is not how Chinese people develop their country, pull people out of poverty. It's small. And you don't know. They are doing it, they are working. But you don't know. You don't feel the impact. Like, you don't feel the hardship because it does not change. It's like in the same way, UK, everywhere you go to the Europe, you see, if they tells you that the price of food has been increased or price of gas, electricity bills has been increased, you'll be like, it has increased. Now let them bring it for you. You see that the difference is not even much. You will not even feel it. You don't know the difference. When you are paying, let's say £1.50 before, then I say you are paying £1.60, just 10 pence. You don't, how much is that? It doesn't take anything away from you. You don't know. Maybe next time you will increase it again. Then you are used to that one. You don't take anything. Gradually, as they are removing it, adding, they are using it to do, they are using it, putting it into other area. Is still betterment of the people in the country. Do you understand about our own? Zero. You take from here, we don't know where you are putting it, you don't put it here, you take from here, you give it to people to stay and to keep it in their own different bank accounts. That's the problem. Now you go abroad now, you there, people are looking down on us. When you say you are from Nigeria, it becomes a problem. You want even toast a woman, you say you are a Nigeria person, nah, like Nigeria, nah, 419 scammers, all those things. Why? Because the country, what they heard about the country. It's not as if you are bad individually, no, because you are from that country. They assume that everybody are the same. This tendency of you behaving like Nigerians, but you come with your pure heart. You are not like others. You are not corrupt as an individual, but because the country is corrupt, they are judging you individually based on the country, what they heard about the country, and it's annoying. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video.